the president of the Society of Wetland Scientists Professional Certification Program. And I'm keenly interested in the topics of today's workshop, as I've been working in aquatic ecosystems, more specifically wetlands, and as a wetland scientist in Florida for over 34 years. So today I'd like to talk to you about the Society of Wetland Scientists Professional Certification Program and tell you how and why you'll want to apply to become a certified professional wetland scientist. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera so I don't block any of the content on the slides and distract from the presentation. The mission of SWSPCP is simple but comprehensive, in that we certify wetland professionals who meet the highest standards for education, experience, and ethics in the practice of wetland science. So just as you can see this, the 3 E's up in our logo on the top left-hand corner, where we have education, experience, and ethics. First, let me tell you a little bit about our organization. The Society of Wetland Scientists Professional Certification Program, which I'm going to shorten to PCP, was formed in 1994 as a separate nonprofit entity by the Society of Wetland Scientists, which is an international organization that promotes the understanding, conservation, protection, restoration, science-based management, and sustainability of wetlands. PCP is aimed at serving the public and the government's need to identify qualified individuals to assess and manage wetland resources. And it provides a comparable professional certification system to other professions such as engineering, architecture, and landscape architecture. We also are independently accredited by the Council of Engineering and Science Specialty Boards in the United States, and we are also seeking recognition from international entities such as the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands. We offer 4 levels of certification, starting out with the Wetland Professional in Training, or WIPIT. And this is for persons who have completed the educational requirements but not yet met the experience or specialized wetland coursework requirements to qualify as a professional wetland scientist. The professional wetland scientist with all of the prerequisite education and experience. And then there's the senior professional wetland scientist who's been certified at least 20 years as a professional wetland scientist. And then the PWS Emeriti, who have been certified for a qualifying period of time and have retired from active work. The PCP is also unique in that there is no other national or international certification of its kind for wetland science. The objectives of PCP is to establish professional standards and to identify those individuals that are qualified to assess and manage wetland resources. PCP maintains a registry of wetland professionals and provides guidance on wetland coursework and training to qualify or maintain certification. And finally, we enforce a code of ethics in the practice of wetland science. Well, who actually makes up this group of wetland professionals? Well, it's likely that many of you didn't start out your careers to become aquatic ecologists or wetland scientists. I started out in the as a pre-medical student and became interested in plant ecology so deeply that I changed my focus early on in my university career. But the PCP is a big umbrella, and we cover a diverse assemblage of professionals with specialties in wetland science, including but not limited to ecologists, hydrologists, soil scientists, biologists, academics and researchers, agency professionals, consultants, and many other subdisciplines or sectors of employment. So what are the benefits of the certification program? There are benefits to the public sector by providing standards for education, skill sets, and ethics comparable to other professions such as engineering and architecture, as I mentioned earlier. And also, certification enhances the recognition of wetland science by people working on multidisciplinary teams. It adds credibility to the profession of wetland science by requiring that the professional wetlands scientists ascribe to ethical behavior, but it also elevates the profession, meaning perhaps someday children will not only dream of being doctors and lawyers and astronauts, but they will also dream of being wetland scientists. This certification also allows a PWS to be recognized for his or her skills and experience even when working outside of your home country, whether that be in person or more likely during the pandemic in a virtual setting. Additionally, for those that are practicing wetland scientists, the certification program encourages continued skill development and ensures that we remain active and up to speed on our industry. Many of you will be pleased to see that there's also benefits to the academic sector by setting a high standard for students to follow. Certification also gives students an extra edge when applying for positions when they graduate if they are certified as WIPITs or wetland professionals in training. It also demonstrates the academic achievements not only of the students, but also of the educators and their institutions. And because we have a large sector of our members that are in the private and consulting world, it keeps us on our toes and makes sure that we're keeping up with the wetland research and the latest developments that are going on in the academic sector. So what exactly are the requirements of becoming a PWS? Well, like so many of you listening today, I'm sure you can easily check off the boxes that I'm about to show you. 15 credits in biological sciences, such as biology, botany, zoology, and ecology. 15 credits in physical sciences, such as chemistry, soils, hydrology, and geology. 6 credits in quantitative science, such as math, computer science, and statistics. And then for the professional wetland scientist, but not the WIPIT, we require 15 credits in specialized coursework, which is things like wetland plant taxonomy, wetland hydrology, wetland mapping, wetland restoration and creation, or delineation. And this can be classes that are not exclusively wetland focused. And in that case, the credits are prorated for the proportion of the class that covered that wetland topic or instruction. For experience, you'll need 5 years of full-time professional working in wetlands to become a professional wetland scientist. And that can be as a consultant, a teacher, professor, government researcher or manager, government regulator, a graduate student, or even as an NGO employee. And in this case, full-time means 75% of your daily, weekly, or monthly duties are devoted specifically to wetland science. And like with the specialized wetland coursework, your work experience below the 75% threshold can be credited on a prorated basis. So further information that will be needed for your application will be a statement of expertise. And you'll select 3 of the most relevant areas of expertise. I've listed a few of them there from your academic training, specialized wetland coursework, or wetland-related work experience. And then finally, we ask for 5 references of people who can attest to your qualifications. So recently, the PCP developed a lower fee structure for professionals from developing countries. And those that are already members, that ranges from about $30 for a WIPIT application, that is an SWS member, to about $140 for someone who is not an SWS member and is applying to become a professional wetland scientist. And once you become certified, the annual maintenance fee is much lower at just $25 per year. And then once you get your materials in order with appropriate translation and documentation, and you submit your application, which is all online, it's reviewed by the Certification Review Committee chair and then 2 other committee members. And this usually takes somewhere between 50 to 80 days to be returned to you with a decision. So just like with any other professional certification, PCP requires its members to renew their certification every so often, and this is 5 years for the professional wetland scientist. And this is where the PWS or the senior PWS earns a certain number of certification renewal points, which are earned in various ways, including employment, conference attendance, presentations or oral papers, and wetland instruction. And again, developing countries are afforded or offered a discount fee structure, as you can see here. While the PCP got its start in the United States, our presence has grown internationally, and we are expanding our global reach with champions and members in China, Taiwan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, United Kingdom, Denmark, Canada, South Africa, Mexico, Australia, Peru, and soon, hopefully, in Colombia. To find out more about the program or to apply to become a wetland professional in training or a professional wetland scientist, please visit our website at wetlandcert.org, as you see here, or you can contact me. My name is at the bottom of the list there, or any of the individuals listed on this slide for more information. I'd like to see your name on this certificate, so please do let me know if you're interested and we'll get you started right away. Remember, this is online and you can email me at the address at the bottom of this slide. So thank you for listening today and enjoy the rest of the workshop.